Hi everyone, welcome back to the Torok channel. So, it's a bit more than 1 year since I have bought this Harley Benton Amarok. I have never made a real review video about it. Well, in fact, yes, I have made a review video, but I have erased it because it was not good. So, I thought it was about time to come back to it, tell you my deep thoughts about this guitar after 1 year of use, and of course let you hear how it sounds with my new rig, and especially with my Diezel VH42 preamp pedal. So here we go first for the demo in the mix right now. Okay, so what you've just heard is this Harley Benton Amarok. It is tuned in standard C# currently. I'm going to explain you why afterwards when I come to talk about my own experience during this 1 year with the Harley Benton Amarok. Okay, I'm gonna make a complete review of this guitar for you because I have not yet done it. But just before we go there, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel if it's not already done, leave a thumbs up, leave comments if you have something to say, share my video with your friends, your family and social networks and so on. And if you order anything from my partner Toman, please use my partner links that's gonna be in the description down below. That's gonna help me a lot make more content, more review and more demo and pretty much develop this channel. For you, it's gonna be the exact same thing as any other you would pass on Toman. Just one thing, when you click my link, you are in the French page of Toman. You just have to change the language. I think it's on top right, and there you go for I mean, whatever you want. Anyway, it's gonna work for me, whatever you do. Since you clicked my link, it works for me. Okay, so thanks in advance for your help, and now let's go review this guitar. I'll start this with the headstock as usual, so matching headstock, which is not that often on Harley Benton guitars. It looks very cool, the silver logo is pretty classy. You've got some Grover locking tuners. Of course, they work very well, very interesting feature on any guitar. I love locking tuners. You've got a Graphtec nut, very nicely cut. You have 24 jumbo stainless steel threads. So jumbo, generally, and very often I would say, on Harley Benton guitars you have medium jumbo threads. This one are jumbo. The biggest size of threads you can find is extra jumbo. So this one is between the extra jumbo you can find on some LTD, on some Schecter for instance, and the medium jumbo you find on pretty much all the Harley Bentons except the X84 Modern, and I don't know if it's worse for the X76 Classic. Anyway, so nice threads, very nice playability, very good for slides, for bends, even though I have the same very nice playability on some other guitars of mine. For instance, my Schecter C1 Koa, which has classic threads, but these threads are so good that I have the same playability on this one than on the C1 Koa. Now, keep in mind, Schecter C1 Koa, 1,200 euros. This one, 500 euros. Think about it. Okay, so EMG Hot 70 pickups. Some of my favorite EMG pickups with the headset for different reasons, but this one they sound pretty open, not a lot of compression, the same precision as you find on all EMG pickups, bite, aggressivity, sharpness. I love it. I love those pickups. The bridge, modern type of bridge, very comfortable to put your palms. The toggle, it moves a tiny little bit. It's not top of the line toggle, but it's doing the job, so I'm not changing it this far. The pots are pretty good because they have some grips, so you can catch them and turn them very easily. Nice feature. The neck, 20 millimeters thick at the nut, 21 at the nut, 23 at the 12th fret. Very smooth touch, very smooth feel, satin. Okay, great neck. And this contour here makes the access to the 24th fret, even on the lowest string, super easy and super comfortable. You also have this belly cut, and when it comes to super strut shaped guitars, I mean, the balance, as you can see, okay, the point of balance is here, so in the middle of neck pickup. It will not move, may you play standing, may you play sitting. This guitar is super comfortable anyway, and really very good guitar. Okay, on the downside, because there are quite a few downsides anyway, on this one, and I have talked about it when I have unboxed the guitar, but I'm coming back to it, a few finish flows, like this, here, like here on the 12th fret. Okay, not a big thing, but since it's the top of the line of Harley Benton guitars, I would have loved this guitar to be perfect out of the box. I have decided to keep it because the sound was perfect, the playability was perfect. I also had a problem with the jack inputs that I have changed. It took me something like 10 minutes. Very easy job. Now, on the new Harley Benton Amarok, keep in mind this one is from the first batch. If you buy one now, you will not have this jack input issue anymore. Some people have talked about a problem with the intonation, and especially if you look at how the bridge is made. Okay, you can see here C# standard, and I am at the top of what I can do in terms of intonation on the low string. So if I go lower, or if I go for some fatter string gauge, I will have a problem for sure. I don't know about people have mentioned this problem if they try to go for some, something like a standard beat tuning or something that's more for the Amarok baritone, for instance. But I don't have this problem, so it's a problem I've heard about. I was wanting to talk about it. I don't have it. Keep in mind, anyway, if you have this kind of issue, you have ordered Amarok, you return it, you get refund. That's okay, at least for people who live in Europe. I don't know for you guys who live in USA, Canada, Mexico. Anyway, I guess if the guitar has a problem, an issue, there's no reason why you cannot return it for free, but really I don't know about the rules of Thomann as far as this point is concerned. Okay, so now we're gonna listen to this guitar alone, and I'm coming back afterwards to tell you what I have done for this guitar during the year when I've played it, what I was expecting, what I could do, what I couldn't do. Okay, so just go and listen to this guitar alone, and I'm coming back. Here we go. Okay, so when I have bought this guitar, I had in mind that I could make it my guitar for my EMG pickups comparison videos. If you know the channel, I have made several of this comparison. There will be more, of course. And I thought this Amarok could be a nice vehicle for changing pickups on and on. But I have really very soon discovered that I could not do that because the pickups that are here, Hot 70, are not as large as some EMG 81, 85, 60 and so on. Okay, so the cavities are adapted for, I would say, the retroactive EMGs, not for the classic EMGs. If you can see here, you can see that the pickups are very close to the edge of the cavities. It works for the bridge and for the neck, of course. So if I go for some pickups that are a bit larger than this, it doesn't fit in. And I don't want to go and try to enlarge the cavities and pretty much destroy the guitar. I don't have the tools and I don't have, the abilities to do it. So keep that in mind. If you want to change the pickups, look at how large these ones are. And if the pickups you think about putting instead are larger than these ones, don't go there. It will not work. Okay, it was not something I was really disappointed in, but I had to change my plans, okay? Another thing I have noticed about this guitar while playing it, especially with the natural string gauge of 1046, you don't have enough bass and you have a lot of high end. The problem was partly corrected when I have put some 10 to 52, which is my usual string gauge, but still I thought I didn't have enough low end. So I went to 11 to 56, I went to tune to either standard D or standard C sharp or drop C, and the sound you've heard in the demo and when I play the guitar alone is the sound I get with these strings, .au of course as usual. I love the way it sounds as such. It's very well balanced, not too much high end, not too much low end, so for this guitar, for this specific model of Harley Benton Amarok, the one that I have, it's for me the best choice. Maybe you have also an Amarok at home, maybe you don't have the same tone, maybe you have more high end, maybe you have more low end, I don't know. But for mine, the point of balance was this. And since I have made this change of string gauge, I'm really happy that I did it because I have a sound that's pretty unique in my collection. I don't have to use my Digitech the drop pedal for tuning lower, and if I want to use the Digitech the drop anyway, I can go for some standard B as if I had a 7 strings, and okay, that's pretty cool. Another thing you might have noticed too is that when I have played the demo, at the very end of the demo, I have just let the sound fade out naturally, okay? I just have noise gate, of course, but I have not rolled the volume off, I have not used a fade out effect, just the natural fade of the guitar. So maybe this guitar doesn't have a lot of sustain, and that's what I think, because when I compare it with my other guitars, it has less sustain. For me, it's enough. I mean, I don't need such a big amount of sustain, but if that's what you want, this guitar is probably not the best choice you could make. Maybe because of the next reconstruction, I don't know, but okay, keep in mind, not a lot of sustain. Apart from that, for 500 euros, I'm really happy with this guitar. I've got super nice specs, I've got a very comfortable, very nice guitar to play, I have fun with it. I know that for a lot of people, 500 euros for Harley Benton is a lot, but just forget about the name Harley Benton. Just focus on the spec sheet you have. Gravel locking tuners, Graphic nuts, stainless steel fret, EMG Hot 70, super nice player, smooth neck. I mean, go and try and find something as good on other brands, and you will see that it's not the same price at all. So, for the price, I'm really very happy with this guitar. It's not my best, again, because the C1 Koa is on top for some reasons, but it's as good as many of my other guitars. It's very fun to play, and yeah, I love it. I think I'm gonna keep it a very long time, as long as I can, basically, and maybe I'm gonna make a video on 5-6 years and tell you in which condition it is. Okay, maybe. Anyway, very nice guitar. If you hesitate, I really recommend you should give it a try, especially if you live in Europe and you can return the guitar for free if you're not happy with it. Really, it's the top of the line of Harley Benton guitars, and when you get it in your hands, you know why. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Yeah. 4